Hey Clear Lake peeps, Ross England here with Clear Lake Guide Service with your report on Clear Lake. What's happening up here for October 27th, 2022. I think I got it right again. Got 2 weeks in a row. That's kind of amazing, huh? I did something a little bit different this time. I just cut in a couple of little videos that I took while I was out today, so hopefully just to spice things up for you. So the short version of what's going on, let's talk water level. This week last year we had a pretty significant rain event, so the lake went from 2.5 minus 2.5, which is where it sits today, to minus 1.5. So at this point, this is where 2022 breaks away from 2021 with a whole different world of what happens over the next couple of weeks. So the good news is cooler temperatures, the evaporation has slowed down quite a bit. So instead of losing 0.15 foot per week, we're losing about 0.5 to 0.75 0.075 per week. So the drop in the lake has slowed down a little bit. Now, depending on which way the wind's blowing and how hard it is, especially if it blows down below, up on this upper end, you may see some rock tops and whatnot that you wouldn't normally see, and that's just because the lake has a lot of water has been pulled down through the Narrows, headed down towards the Redbud area. So there's your water condition. The launching conditions have not changed. Still, the only one that's really legitimately in play is 5th Street in Lakeport. It's still, like I said, it's still got about almost a foot and a half between the end of the ramp where it drops off and where the back tire on my tandem axle trailer is. So probably another 5 or 6 inches of lake drop, which if you project out, we're probably going to be okay. I mean, I don't know when it's going to rain, but it's going to rain at some point this fall or early winter. I know that we have some rain forecast for next week, some small rain showers. They're not going to do any good. I mean, we need a good storm to come through. That's not on the forecast right now, but I'm sure something's going to happen between the 1st of November and the middle of November, and we'll stop this drop. So water clarity, the best I could see today was a foot, and that's barely a foot. Like I said last week, the water looks good. It's just not very clear. It's got a kind of a greenish tint to it, which looks nice. Certainly nothing that's bugging the fishing. Something's bugging the fishing. I'd like to blame it on the watercolor, but who knows what it is. So, okay, water level, ramps. People are still, I've had people tell me they're still launching off of the beach at Clear Lake Oaks. All I can tell you is it's supposed to be closed to protect the bank. So you're kind of on your own, however you want to do that. Water temperature, I'll tell you what, it's been cold enough this week that I've had to have a fire in the fireplace in the morning just to kind of, get it back up to 70 degrees or so in the house. So it's, the cooler weather has done what it's supposed to do, and the water temperature of the lake is actually dropping. So what I saw today up until just, this is midday at this point of the report, was 63 to 64 degrees. That's nice. I mean, that's just a really good range for these fish. Depending on where you are in the lake, it might be a little warmer, it might be a little bit cooler, but the conditions of the lake are actually in good shape once you get in the water. As far as upcoming activities, I don't think there's really anything going on of any consequence between now and the end of the month. We'll see. There may be some events that come back on the schedule in November, but at this point in time, You know, last Friday was weird because we probably ran into 10 to 12 boats out here Friday. On a normal day like today, I don't know. I've talked to 3 different people on the water, 3 different boats, and I've probably seen 2 or 3 other boats that I didn't talk to anybody. So fishing pressure is way light. Of course, there's other tournaments going on in other areas that people who would normally come here have gone elsewhere. So that is probably going to be your report for today. Fishing is not what I'd like to see. I mean, that's the short version. Starting last week, we had a couple of days where we had double-digit fish counts. I guided Friday, pretty good fisherman. Let me back up. Very good fisherman, definitely good enough to take advantage if I put him on fish, and we struggled. I mean, we put a total of 4 fish together. I haven't been out since until today. Came out mainly today just to be able to put this report together with some updated information. And I did catch a limit of fish. I started at 8:30, and I think I caught my 5th fish at about 1:15, somewhere in that area. Better limit than I've caught in a while, 20 pounds without a big fish. I mean, but I had 5 bites, 5 fish. So hopefully there's people out there besides me who are doing better than that, but that's my report. Those are my numbers, and I'm sticking to them. So hopefully we'll see you next week. Have a good one. All right, well, this will be the goodbye for today's report.